Hi everyone, it's Chrissy and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a really fun video. So today we're actually going to be watching the Horse Ranch gameplay trailer that's going to be like premiering in like 60 seconds. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it with you guys live, which is something I don't usually do. So you are going to be getting like the full-on first reactions of like my first reactions, because yeah, I usually don't watch the premieres. I usually watch them like after they've premiered, and I can pause and go back and do all of that stuff. So yeah, this is going to be really fun. I am very frazzled today, by the way, so if I'm kind of all over the place and very kind of like scatterbrained, if that makes sense, then I do apologize, but it has been a day and I'm running on very little sleep and I have been so busy all day. So yeah, if I'm a little bit scatterbrained and like all over the place, then I do apologize, but let's go ahead and watch this trailer as soon as it begins. Oh my good grief, that just scared the ever-living like crud out of me. But yeah, I am going to be turning it down quite a bit for you guys because I don't want to take any chances with like copyright stuff or anything. So the premiere sound is usually very loud, this little intro bit. But yeah, once the premiere actually starts, like once the trailer actually starts, it's going to be very quiet for you guys. And I'm like I said, I'm just doing that for copyright stuff. I don't want to get copywritten, like copyright striked if, you know, the music or something is like protected or whatever. But yeah, I'm probably going to ramble throughout this whole first screen. But yeah, like I said, very quiet. I will leave the, like, I guess, original trailer, you could say. I will leave that link below in case you guys want to go ahead and check it out, because yeah, like I said, I am going to be talking through it as well. So I can hear it, but you guys probably won't be able to hear it all that well, especially if they do something where it's like a narrated trailer, where, you know, they kind of like talk you through some of the features of the pack, which is what they usually do for gameplay trailers. Then obviously you won't be able to hear it because I am going to talk over it. And then afterwards, we're going to go back and kind of like go through it a little bit more slowly. Now, I do apologize. Like I said, I am very scatterbrained today. So if this is like I said, all over the place, rambly, very long-winded or very long, then I do apologize. I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible because I have a lot to do. But here we go. Okay, so let's turn the captions on. Oh, that's beautiful.
Community plays a big part in life out here.
That's like first-person view.
Who knows where I would have ended up? She's the horse trainer and owner of the equestrian center in town, where all the competitions like barrel racing and jumping take place.
Like I said, I'm just gonna be like, this is my first time seeing it, so.
Super friendly.
Oh, Sage! I love that name. I'm gonna hit the microphone so much.
Some horses wouldn't have been as patient with a new rider. Once in a while, there are more aggressive, defiant horses. They're like people
that is so cute. That horse is gorgeous. So horses have like different personalities. And
easier it is to practice your
oh my soul!
You'll see
Oh my soul!
pretty much everywhere. Going on long rides out in the park.
Oh, there's the Barbie horse. The Barbie with the Barbie horse.
A lot of space too. When we got Sage, we ended up redesigning our property to make space for her.
Oh, that's so
What else are we
cute.
gonna do? She's part of the family.
I love that barn.
I head over to my friend Umber's place to help out when the family members are all busy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Cute they're full
Look at the horses.
She
I'm sorry, I'm
inherited her mom's friendly nature.
they're so cute. They're so cute.
If you decide to adopt a horse, know that it takes work to meet all their needs and keep them happy. They need to be
Okay.
fed, played with, brushed, trained, and cleaned too.
Oh my word.
Their animals, like mini
Oh,
well, it can
I'm
take
just
a lot.
I'm gonna be awing the whole thing because that is so cute.
Always hire a ranch hand to do that.
Okay, yeah.
Everything from tending our nectar crops to picking up manure.
Yeah.
Community board to hire one.
Manure makes great fertilizer, I think that's it.
For sale or adoption while you're looking. That's how
Oh, so you can like adopt them and
all
like
that hard work.
also Sages a rescue.
You realize how far you've come.
That's so cute.
When I first started making nectar, I hated it. I made a lot of messes and quite a few subpar batches.
Yikes. Oh my word.
Now though, I make a profit selling all kinds of nectar. Old 𝘤𝘭𝘦 even shared
So, like,
the recipe with me.
You can
But
like
take that
that looks like you can combine stuff and like name them or something.
He's actually very nice, if a little odd. Sometimes he shows up to hit the dance floor, but no one really knows where he lives. I think he likes it that way. Whether they've been here for generations or they're brand new like me. Everyone out here has an interesting story.
I'm actually tearing up because that is so cute. The world is gorgeous. I'll talk about that in a second, but like that is so cute. Like can I just take a second because that was so cute. And I don't know how long this trailer just was. Like how long was it? I want to like refresh the page and see. It was like a 3-minute trailer, which I mean, granted, that is fairly like on par for gameplay trailers, especially recently. I think the Growing Together gameplay trailer was like a very similar length. So we're gonna go ahead, and I do hope my face cam isn't blocking anything, but we're gonna go ahead and have a look at this again because there was I don't want to say there was a lot that was mentioned, because I will admit, I mean, obviously the world is gorgeous. I said that in my original trailer, like a trailer reaction. The world is absolutely stunning. And like, obviously I did get the chance, like I mentioned in my first trailer reaction, I did get the chance to build for this pack. I did build 3 of the lots. I don't really want to tell you guys exactly which ones just yet. I kind of want to leave that for my like world overview once I do that. But basically I did build 3 of the lots for this world, and the world that I got to see when I was doing that was still an in-progress world, so it wasn't done. So seeing the world completed in like these trailers and stuff has been so cool. It looks so good. So I don't think I'm gonna spend too much time talking about the world. But gameplay wise, so obviously this is following around this sim. I don't think they mentioned her name anywhere. I know they mentioned like her friend's name, Sienna, but yeah, the world is absolutely stunning. I love the fact that we have foals and they can like, I love the fact that you can paint horses. That is so cool. Like, that's absolutely amazing. So obviously, like, you know, horse training, stuff like that. But gameplay wise, I don't want to say that they showed a lot of it in this trailer, because I think a lot of people have kind of been comparing it to Growing Together, because Growing Together obviously is the most recent pack that we got, the most recent expansion pack that we got. And I think overall, gameplay wise, Growing Together was kind of like the exception. Like, it's an exceptional pack with the amount of like sheer gameplay that it adds, and gameplay that changes like fundamentally how the game works. Kind of like seasons, obviously, because seasons, if you have seasons change the fundamental gameplay of the Sims. So I think in that sense, Growing Together was kind of the same, where it added so many different, like, it added milestones and the like family like relationships. I can't remember what they're called. The dynamics. It added the family dynamics and milestones and burnout and, you know, work rivals, midlife crises for older Sims, and like all of those different things. So I think a lot of people have been comparing Horse Ranch to Growing Together in terms of gameplay, but honestly, you can't really do that. And I'm not saying that as someone that's like biased towards this pack. I wasn't paid to make a positive review of this pack. I was paid to build those 3 lots for The Sims. Like, I was paid to do that. But I wasn't paid to do anything other than that. I wasn't paid to make videos about it or talk about it or like do these trailer reactions or talk about the pack in any way just to build. So these are all like my own thoughts about it, and basically I feel like you can't really compare Growing Together to Horse Ranch, because you have to remember Growing Together was like, it basically just built on Sims. They didn't need to add like a whole new, like, not life stage, because they added infants, but infants was a base game thing. So, and obviously base game updates and pack teams are completely separate. So for this, they needed to add a completely new breed. Basically, they needed to add horses, and I personally think a lot of the budget for this pack, and I don't mean necessarily like money budget, I mean time budget, went into animating the horses, because from what I've seen, they look so nice. Like, their animations and everything looks so good and so like realistic. Obviously it's never going to be 100% accurate. I do apologize, my dog just started barking. I almost said my horse. My horse just started barking. My dog just started barking. Our neighbors are doing construction. It's a whole thing. But anyway, so personally I feel like this trailer, yes, it's a gameplay trailer, but it mostly only showed off horses. Like, obviously we kind of expected that you'd be able to train horses, so it looks like you can teach them like jumping, barrel racing, and then obviously a lot of it also focuses on caring for them, caring for horses, like making them feel like a part of the family basically. So that obviously takes up a lot of time. And then we have like little mini goats, mini sheep that you can take care of, which is great. I love that. I also like the fact that they can interact with each other. That is so cute. Like, I like the fact that they mention horses having personalities and traits, and also, again, I love the fact that you can paint them. That is just like, come on. I mean, come on. Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine doing that to a horse? It's hilarious. So I like that. I like how customizable they seem to be, because, you know, it also looks like if you go around the world, you'll actually see other Sims on horses, and it won't kind of just be like in The Sims 3 where you'll see random horses walking around, but you won't see Sims riding those horses. So I like that. I also like that you can put them in little like accessories. My dog is barking so loudly, it's kind of annoying. But anyway, moving on. Also, like I said, the town, I don't know if this is just like cinematography basically, where they just did this for the trailer, but I like the feel of the world being, yes, big and open, because that's kind of what horses need for space, but I like how kind of like interactive the world seems to be, where it looks like there's a lot of, you know, this doesn't look like a lot, it looks like just in the world. So it looks like there's a lot of stuff for your Sims to do, like in the world around your lot. Like, this looks like it's an actual, you know, area in the world, not a lot. So I like that. I like that they're adding stuff like that, and, you know, going on long rides and, you know, all of that stuff, you know, horses needing space, all of that stuff. I love this barn. It's so cute. And yeah, I love this. Now, like I said, they're busy with their horses. They're busy with their foals. It also, this is kind of cool. Cute. Their foal, she definitely inherited her mom's personality or something, her mom's friendly nature. So it kind of makes it seem like foals will actually inherit traits or temperaments or stuff from their parents, which is kind of cool. And I think they mentioned something about that in a blog post, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, I mean, I like that. And you can adopt horses, you can rescue them as well, which is great. Now, this is kind of a time lapse to take you through all of the things that you'll need to do to take care of your horses, which kind of seems a little time consuming. And, you know, then you have little mini sheep and goat that you also need to take care of. You need to clean up after them, all of that stuff. Like, all of that very realistic ranch kind of vibes. Now this is kind of cool, the fact that you can hire a ranch hand. I'm guessing they're going to function somewhat like maids and butlers and stuff, where they come in every day, take care of what they need to take care of, and then just leave. Which I'm fine with that, especially if their focus is going to be like specifically taking care of your garden or your animals, or you know, stuff like that, where a maid, you know, will specifically focus on cleaning. I really hope that they'll be like specifically focused on animals, which would make sense. And I also really like the nectar making. Now, nectar making, oh yeah, manure is great for fertilizer, which very nice, very realistic as well. Now, you can look for horses for sale, rescued, all of that stuff. And where is that bit? Oh yeah, so the nectar making. So this is very much giving me like both Sims 3 World Adventures vibes, but also the Sims 1 making magic. You had this like little tub that your sim could stomp around in, and obviously it wasn't anywhere near as detailed as this, but I really like that. I love the Sims 3 World Adventures with like nectar making and all of that stuff. And it also looks like we'll be able to like, you know, store our own nectar like on those racks, and probably like age them and stuff like that as well, to I guess like make them be worth more, which is great because that was always really, really fun. And I kind of want to build a winery, to be honest. But yeah, so I really like the fact that they, I don't know, they make it okay. And this, see this is really cool. So this kind of makes it look like different kinds of nectar. So like strawberry nectar will make your Sims, I don't know, maybe like flirty. That kind of reminds me of a little flirty face. Or, you know, grape nectar will make them confident. Apple nectar will, I don't know, like, I don't know, maybe make them dazed or something. I don't know. But it kind of makes it seem like different kinds of nectar will give them different moodlets, and it will actually have an effect on them, like change their mood and stuff. And then also, I like the fact that they actually look different. So I wonder if we'll be able to, we'll probably be able to name them. I mean, we could name nectar in The Sims 3, so like, it would make sense. But I wonder if we'd be able to like change their look, like change their little label things. That would be really cool to figure out. And Roberto Crinkle Top. So, secret recipe. I think this is maybe the recipe where, okay, yeah, the one I'll take to my grave and beyond. Okay, so that's the recipe. So this sim, they kind of made it sound like this sim is going to be like an NPC that's going to be walking around. They're not going to be like living in any of the lots, but they will be in the like around in the world, kind of like Agnes Crumplebottom is with Cottage Living. And maybe he is going to be the one where you're going to get that like revival like nectar that we saw in the other trailer as well, where it'll actually bring Sims back to life, which is really cool. And I really want to play around with that as well. And yeah, so you can share your little goats. Now this is where I almost started crying, because that is so cute. Seeing the little foals play with the ball and stuff. And then obviously, you know, the new dances, and yeah, that's, I don't know. It looks interesting. It doesn't look nearly as, like, it doesn't look nearly as, I don't want to say fleshed out, but like, what's the word, like packed full of gameplay or different features like Growing Together was. But again, like I said, I think a lot of the budget for this pack was dedicated to horses and to goats and sheep, and making them like not only cute and like great for the game, but also making them as realistic as they could. And I know in The Sims 3 horses were very janky, like some of the animations of horses in The Sims 3 were absolutely hilarious, and hilariously bad, by the way. So seeing the animations for them in this pack, and you know, seeing how kind of like you really need to build a bond with your horse. It's not like, you know, you just have them and the only thing that matters is your riding skill, like it was in The Sims 3. Whereas this kind of makes it look like you really need to build a relationship. You need to take care of them. You need to like train them and all of that stuff. And I kind of like that. I do like that. I don't know how replayable this pack is going to be. I don't know how much I'm going to play with it, like the actual gameplay. Because I don't do a lot of gameplay as a general rule. I don't do a lot of gameplay. But, you know, I don't know how much I'm going to play on a ranch. Probably the same amount of, like, probably the same amount as I play with cats and dogs, which isn't all that often if I'm being completely honest, because I tend to forget that they exist. But I will say this world is gorgeous, like I said, and even if I don't play with horses, I can see myself playing with goats and sheep a lot, because from what I understand, they kind of work the same way as chickens do from cottage living, so they won't take up a household slot, but they do serve a purpose. So like you can shear the sheep and stuff like that. So they do have gameplay to them. They do serve a purpose. You can like name them, all of that stuff, but they don't take up a household slot. Whereas horses are going to be like cats and dogs and take up a slot in your household. Which is kind of my only gripe with this pack, is the fact that horses take up a household slot. And this was a complaint that I had with cats and dogs as well. It's very annoying if you want to have a big family and you also want to have a pet or like a couple of pets, or with a pack like this where you want to have a big ranch. You want to have 2 or 3 horses and maybe a dog and a couple of goats and, you know, stuff like that. That's what pops into my head. So if you have like 3 horses and a dog, you already have 4 of your 8 slots filled. So you can only have 4 Sims. So that's kind of a complaint that I have, but I've had that complaint since Cats and Dogs came out. I really, really wish they would do it the way Sims 2 or 3 was, where you have your slots or your like 8 spaces in your household for your Sims, and then your pets were a completely separate part of it. But anyway, I don't know if that's something that will ever be added, but you know, a girl can dream, I guess. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this trailer. Like I said, I honestly, I don't want to say I didn't have high hopes for it, because I did. I will admit I was really excited to see this trailer and to see more about the gameplay and stuff, but they kind of didn't show us anything that we didn't already know, if that makes sense. They didn't show us anything that we didn't know from the blog posts or from the sim gurus answering questions on Twitter or stuff like that. So in that sense, like, it does kind of fall flat, where they kind of just showed us visuals of the stuff that they already explained in blog posts, if that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed seeing it nonetheless. It was a fun trailer to watch. I liked seeing all of the interactions and kind of seeing the story of the sim and kind of how they adapted to being on a ranch and living this like country life. So I like that. And like I said, I love the world. So I might be a little bit biased where that part is concerned. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And again, like I said, don't compare it to The Sims, to like Growing Together, because honestly, I do think Growing Together was an exceptional pack. It was also an exception probably to the rule, or like to the norm, I guess you could say, for Sims packs. So I don't think anything should be compared to Growing Together, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this trailer, what you thought about this video. Again, like I said, sorry it's so rambly and so all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, including some early access content for Horse Ranch, I keep wanting to call it ranches for some reason, but if you want to see some early access content for this pack whenever I can actually do it and post it, then I will. But if you want to see that, then feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. Now, I do also want to ask you guys, I asked this over on a community post, but I wanted to ask you if you have any like suggestions for stuff you would like to see with this pack once I get my hands on it. If you want to see overviews or you know, builds that you want to see, anything like that. I already mentioned that I really want to do a world overview. I'm definitely doing a world overview. But if you want to see a build buy overview and a creator sim overview, let me know. Like speed builds, obviously I will do speed builds, but if you have any suggestions or ideas for me, then I would love to hear it. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you're having a great week. And I will probably see you guys next week. I don't think I'll have a video out over the weekend just because I am insanely busy. Like this week and probably a lot of this month as well. But yeah, I don't know if I'll have a video out over the weekend. If not, then I will see you guys all next week for my next video. But yeah, hope you're having a great day and I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.